I got to tell you, this has been something that has transformed my life. So let me just read it for you real quick, because this is a good one in the New Testament. Philippians 4, beginning in verse 4. Before I read it, I just need to remind you, the dude was in prison. As far as he knew, he was about to die for his faith. So listen to the chains chinking around while he is writing this. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I will say rejoice. Let your forbearing spirit be made known to all people. The Lord is near. And be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all comprehension, will guard your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus. So let's stop there. So guys, the first beginning point there is here's this guy, the Apostle Paul, sitting in prison. He's chained, and he is encouraging people not to worry about things. Guys, I want you to get the significance of that. He says, do not be anxious for anything, but in everything with prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And then he talks about the peace of God, which surpasses all comprehension. You know what that means? A peace that, it's such a situation that any fool would be freaked out. But in Christ, we're not, because we know where our peace lies. And after he said all of that, he then comes back. This is the basis of our song, Got to Get My Mind Straight. He says, finally, brethren, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is of good repute, if there is any excellence, and if anything worthy of praise, let your mind dwell on these things. Now, please don't miss that. Okay, this is key. He said, sitting in jail, guys, human nature, he says human nature tends to focus on the bad stuff, the stuff we don't like. All right? That's what they focus on. It's like a child. A child is not naturally grateful. We have to teach them how to be thankful about stuff. We kind of tend to go that same way. And so it says that what we have to do is, if we're going to have the wisdom we need, if we truly want peace, if we want to be able to deal with difficulties and struggles, then we look a little closer to get our mind straight. We look a little closer to see what in that situation I can be thankful for. And we focus on that. And when we do that, when we focus on the right stuff, that thankful heart leads to a level of peace that is incomprehensible. And guys, it really does work. Learning to be thankful, learning to tell people that you appreciate them, learning to look a little harder. I did this when my first wife died in 3 days of a brain tumor, and it saved me. Because I sat back, my life just blew up. I've got 3 children to take care of. I've got this ministry. I don't know where my life is going. Everything had been good. It really was a good life, and everything was garbage. And I remember so clearly going, okay, whatever is right, whatever is honorable, whatever is good, whatever, and just looking for things. And I came up with a couple handfuls of stuff that I could be thankful for in that situation, and it changed my ability to be able to deal with it. And don't get me wrong, I cried a lot. I had a lot of grief and struggle. I remember telling my kids, Daddy's going to be crying a lot over, the next little bit here, but I'm okay. And we're going to be okay, because, here they are. Jake was 5.5. Stacy was 3.5, and Cameron was like 5 months. And I didn't want them to be freaked out because, if Dad's crying all the time, he doesn't look terribly stable. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't feel like, are we good, Dad? And so I just told them right up front, I'm okay. We're going to be okay. You just got to let me kind of work through this, and God will take care of us. So I will say, guys, that if you really want to resolve that, the things that you're dealing with in your life, flee to God, because that's the place to be able to go. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that all that happened and the skies opened and everything was good and I didn't feel bad. I suffered and I grieved and I did all that, but nothing to the level that I would have had I not been able to focus on God and God's truth. And